I go to this primary care physician appointment, and she just freaks out. She's like, nobody has run any tests. Nobody has done anything, and you've lost basically bladder control. I was like, yeah, I've lost bladder control. So she starts freaking out. I'm like, what's going on? Like, what do you think is the problem, and why hasn't anybody else taken this into account? Because everybody else acted like there was nothing and it was just part of my fibro. She's like, well, there's a set of nerves down there in the bottom of your back that help control your bladder and all that stuff, and they could be compromised, and once they're compromised, they might not ever come back. Okay, that's great. I'm so glad that nobody up to this point has paid any attention to any of that. She's like, the ER doctor didn't do anything? I said, no, he didn't do squat. I mean, he didn't even give me I think he gave me a pain shot. That's it. And sent me on my way. The other doctor here in your own clinic office didn't even do anything. She handed me a piece of paper with stretches on it that I couldn't even do because I couldn't get down on the floor. I tried them on my bed because I wanted so bad to not feel like that anymore, that I was trying anything that I could find. I was searching on the web, I was searching on YouTube, I was everything, I was internet, like everything that I could try to possibly get this whatever to go away. But I was afraid. Like I ever since I've had my neck surgery, I have not gone to the chiropractor. It is one thing that I had been going to the chiropractor since I was since 7th grade. I don't know what age that is. 12, 13. And I just didn't feel like that was the right place for me anymore. If the muscle relaxers would have worked, the chiropractor would have worked. The muscle relaxers did nothing. And so when I was there at this doctor, she was like, okay, this is a problem. We need to XYZ do these things. So she sent me right down to X-ray to take an X-ray of it. She called to get me into an orthopedic back surgeon to have everything looked at. She ordered an MRI, all these things. Okay. But she's like, I can't do anything. I mean, I can't take the muscle relaxers, do, a couple weeks went by, and I finally had the appointment with the back surgeon. After I'd had the MRI and all that stuff. And they're like, well, there's a disc that's bulging back there, but we can't do surgery on it. You have to see the pain management doctor. At that point, so this was January 2020. So I seen the orthopedic surgeon, back surgeon, at the end of January. And they wanted me to see the pain management doctor. Okay, let's do that. Whatever I have to do. He's like, I think he'll have something that will be able to help you. But, I can't do anything surgically to help you. There is a bulging disc there that's pressing on some nerves, but we can't do anything. Okay. Get me scheduled for this guy. May 2020. January 2020 is when I seen the surgeon. I could not get into this guy until May 2020. And this was before COVID. had really started up in my area. COVID didn't really start up in my area until February, end of February, first part of March. So during that time, I was like, what am I supposed to do? I am losing function. I had fallen a couple times because my left leg was so weak. I couldn't do it. Like, it would just give out on me. So I made an appointment with my primary care physician. I said, what do I do? How do I manage this in the meantime? And she was like, I can't do anything for you. Okay. At that time, I was in tears. The depression had been so bad. I felt like this was middle of February. I was working outrageous hours. My brain was basically done functioning. And I was like, okay, this is it. Guys, I deal with mental illness too. I deal with bipolar depression, anxiety, PTSD, and borderline. You put that mash of mental illness on top of dealing with pain, or actually the other way around, because I've been dealing with mental illness for a very long time. And you put the pain on top of there, you stack that on top, and you basically feel like you're losing control of your life. Like you have no control. That's how I felt. I felt like I had zero control about what was happening in my life. I feared losing my job. I feared not being able to take care of my son. I feared everything. A complete loss of control. So while I was in this doctor's office, I shared this. I said, something has to be done. There has to be something that I can do that will help this in the meantime while I'm waiting to be seen by this pain management guy. She's like, well, we can prescribe you some physical therapy. Okay, maybe it will help. So I walk into the physical therapy office. Same physical therapist that I had seen before. She knows how sensitive things are for me. That the fibromyalgia and CRPS basically set my body on fire, and anything can sometimes set it off. And she's like, oh my God, you're in so much pain. I said, yeah. I said, there is something wrong. Very, very wrong. I said, this is not fibromyalgia. This is not the CRPS. There is something physically wrong with my back. And she looks at the MRIs and the x-rays, and she's like, and looks at me, and she's like, there's something wrong. She's like, I can't treat you. We won't be able to do anything. Whatever's wrong in your lower back, there isn't anything that can be done. Great. Nothing that she could do. She's like, I can't even touch you. I would just cause you more pain right now, and I can't do it. So I appreciated her honesty about how it wouldn't do anything at that point. So I took it in my own hands.